Hey, what is up YouTube? It is Saiko here, and today we are here with another NBA tier list video. You guys are probably tired of me doing these damn tier list videos, but don't worry, these tier list videos will eventually stop very soon. But today, we are doing the top 25 NBA players in points per game of the 2018-2019 season, and I only have S through C because I don't see any of these guys being D's or F's. But if you guys are excited for today's video, hit the like button in the face. I hope you guys enjoy the video, and let's get right into this, guys. Okay, like I said before, there is no such thing as a D. I feel like there's no such thing as a D if you're scoring 25 points a game throughout in the NBA season. And we're gonna start off with LaMarcus Aldridge, and I'm gonna put him as a B. Always been a solid player for San Antonio and in Portland. I mean, he did have that one down year in San Antonio where he wasn't being his regular back to the back fadeaway self, but he was able to sort that out with Popovich. Popovich was able to implement him in the system a lot more, and it worked out. And I think he's just been a solid player. He's getting older, which is what worries me. But San Antonio has always been able to work things out with veterans throughout the season, so I put him in a B tier for now. Paul George is an S tier. I'm gonna just get S tier. I was gonna say I'm gonna just get all the S tiers out of the way, but I'm gonna put him at the S. I'm not gonna do that just yet. I put him as an S tier because he is MVP G13 in my eyes. I don't think he's gonna win it because my MVP this season is Giannis Antetokounmpo, but I think that Paul George played super well this season, and I'm really proud of the way that he played. He had a torn labium and a torn rotator cuff, literally one in each, like a torn rotator cuff in the left and a torn labium in the right, or vice versa, one of the two. But he still played, like, he balled out this season. MVP type player, I love him. Kyrie Irving is gonna be a B just because his leadership, man. I was gonna put him at C, but his B, like, he's a B, like, not a bitch, but like his leadership this season just kind of was very lackluster. He would say, like, he was the most entertaining player in the NBA, I'll say that, for this year, because he'd be like, I'll come back if y'all have me, and be like, I don't owe you guys shit, to like, oh yeah, you know, we had that dope plane ride, to like pretty much like not really paying attention to anyone on the team. The guy just, he would be an A if it was last year. He'd be an A. Well, he might be a B just because of how far the Celtics made it in the playoffs last year compared to this year. But he's a B in my opinion. Joel Embiid, A. Only thing that holds him back from being at an S tier out of all of these players is just the fact that he needs to play more back to the basket, and Ben Simmons has to start taking jump shots. I know Ben Simmons is not even on this list, but Ben Simmons is one of the reasons why Joel Embiid is not an S tier. He plays amazing defense. He is just an all-around solid player, but he has to stretch the floor, which I have no problem with because he did shoot 33%, which is decent for a big man. But I just don't want him to take so many threes. That's my biggest problem with him. Donovan Mitchell is gonna be a C. I love Donovan Mitchell. He's the next coming of Dwayne Wade. My problem with him is that he needs to pass the ball more, because he'd get the rock and just either drive to the basket with no fucking plan whatsoever. Because I talked about Ben Simmons needing a jump shot. You need to start passing the ball a little more. I love you, Donovan Mitchell, but you need to pass the ball way more than you are right now. Especially, like, just pass the ball, please. Dame Lillard, I'm going to put as an S just because he balled out. Dame Dollar, Logo, Lillard, whatever the hell you want to call him. This dude balled out this season. He led his team to the Western Conference Finals, although it was a sweep. Solid player. I bought his album. I have his hat. I'm going to wear this hat from now for this video just because it's the Dame Dollar hat. Yeah, I don't know. I love Damian Lillard. You got this if you pre-ordered his album online. Oh god, this is kind of tight. I haven't worn a hat in such a long time. Kevin Durant, I'm gonna put in the A tier only because he's playing on a team with three other All-Stars. Well, 2 All-Stars this year at least. But you know what? No, you're gonna be an S tier just because it's Kevin fucking Durant. It's Kevin Wayne Durant. Like, the guy has played amazing. Great all-around player. I love well, I won't say that I love him, but like, I love how flawless his game is, because he can post up, He can ISO. He can shoot the three. He can shoot the mid-range. He can shoot from the free throw. There is no holes in his offensive game. Like, he is the definition of a perfect player. DeMar DeRozan is going to be a B-tier player, and I say this because of the fact that if he was still in Toronto, he'd probably be a C-type player, only because Popovich's system changed this man. I'm going to take this off. It's way too tight on my head. Popovich's system really changed DeMar DeRozan. Like, he went from a dude that didn't really pass the ball, that was more ISO, to becoming a ball handler. And I love that about DeMar DeRozan. The fact that he had the ball in his hands a lot more, or like he played the point guard, like he played point guard for a little bit in Pop's system, and he also was able to pass the ball. Pop has turned him into a better all-around player, despite the fact that his ISO numbers are still the same as they were last year. I still think that he passed the ball way more this year and played so much nicer this year as well. My MVP gets an S. There's nothing to say here. Everyone knows how he is. Yes, he did have really bad games in the Eastern Conference Finals, but Kawhi shut him down, so I can't say anything about that. Bradley Beal is a B-tier player, and the reason I am putting him at a B-tier is just because, honestly, he could move up to A-tier because he was an All-Star this year. He is the Wizards' three-point leader, like franchise three-point leader. He should have been third team. He should have been all NBA third team this year, but it's okay. He'll make it next year for sure, especially since John Wall is going to be out for an extended period amount of time because of the Achilles. But I love Bradley Beal. He just does the right, like, all the right things when he plays. Like, I love him. Julius Randle, I will put as a C. I miss you in LA, bro. This was really the first time that you were able to really shine and be the best player on the team. I mean, to be honest, you were kind of the best player like 2 years ago as well, like last year and 2 years ago as well, because oh my god, just played like a young Zach Randolph. Like, I loved it. Like, the post-up game, just how, like, the athleticism, like his athleticism. I wish he could use his right hand a little more. That's probably what's making him a C. But also, he played in New Orleans, and that situation was pretty crappy. I also do realize that if he stays in New Orleans and they move, and the Lakers do trade for Anthony Davis, I just realized a lot of his teammates are just gonna be there. Like, a lot of his old Lakers teammates are probably gonna be there. I wish you were still a Laker, bro, but you made the decision that you made, and I mean, you're a 25 point per game scorer. That's pretty damn good. James Harden is an A. The reason why he is not an S, and the reason why he's not my MVP this year, he had a horrible start to this season. You can't win with his style of basketball. You can't just rely on a referee's opinion or fact, like opinion/fact of what they see to score points, because that's the one. Because people are like, oh, Kobe is the same. Kobe is not the same player, because Kobe was not focused on just drawing fouls all the damn time. He focused on just pure scoring, and James Harden's game, it's not gonna work. That's all I'm gonna say. Yes, and my voice got lower because I don't know. Anthony Davis is also gonna be an A just because he didn't play a lot this year. He got injured, and then he asked for a trade, and then New Orleans pretty much fell apart. He's still a really good player, but this year he just didn't do well. I know that it says based off their career so far, but I feel like him asking for a trade and all of this drama surrounding him, and the fact that he was in New Orleans, and the fact that he's only made the playoffs twice in his career, is what only makes him an A for now. Kemba Walker is gonna be a B because the man hasn't been in the playoffs in like 4 years, like 3 to 4 years, which is kind of sad. I really do like Kemba Walker, but that's kind of all he is right now. He's a B-type player. Another B-type player, Blake Griffin. This man went from athletic as fuck, like just relying on his athleticism, to actually playing very solid. Like he's a great, like he's like rounding his game a lot more by taking threes and making plays with the ball. Detroit really changed this man's career. He was also an all-star again. I like Blake Griffin now that he's not a Clipper anymore. I thought he was going to be a Clipper for life, but I mean, Jerry West and Steve Ballmer had other plans for him, obviously, but it looks like things are working out for him in Detroit. Cat, I'm gonna put as a B as well, just because the playoff success, his playoff, he didn't play great last year in the playoffs. I think he's a great player. He's only missed like 1 or 2 games and throughout his 4 years in the NBA. But if he could take that next step, he would probably be an A player. If he gets out of Minnesota, or if Minnesota gets help, he would be an A player for sure. Zach LaVine, I'm going to put as a C, and the only reason I put him as a C is because he tore his ACL 2 years ago and didn't play much last year. But this year, he was breaking records to begin the season, which I really appreciated, but things started slowing down. And Chicago has the 7th pick for like the 3rd year in a row. But I think he's a great player, really nice player. I like what he's doing. As much as you are my Rookie of the Year, Luka, I'm going to put you at a C just because the Dallas Mavericks traded their whole damn starting lineup. And that left him with no help, so he had to do everything, which kind of made some of his numbers suffer. He was hot to begin the year, and then Trae Young came in and kind of like just eliminated everything about him, or at least I feel like it did. But he is Rookie of the Year, mind you. It's of the year, the whole year. So Trae Young, sorry, you had a really bad first half. Luka Doncic was consistent throughout the entire season. I love it. Drew Holiday is gonna get a C as well. Plays solid defense, very underrated. But I just think that because he plays in New Orleans, God, I feel like New Orleans is like just the city in general is the problem. He's a C, just because the play, like, he's getting older too, and I don't know if he's worth that much money. Yes, his defense is amazing, but I think if he made like just a little less, it would be worth it. But I don't like his contract isn't bad and it isn't good, if you guys get what I'm saying. LeBron James is an S tier. And it's only, I know that he's like 3-9 in finals appearances, but he's still the best player in the world right now, and there's nothing I could argue about that. And I'm not saying that because I'm a Lakers fan. To be honest, he would probably be an A tier if it was just judging off this year alone. But yeah, Devin Booker, I'm gonna put in a C because this man has had like 5 NBA coaches in like 6 years. Like, it's pretty damn pathetic. The Phoenix Suns need to get their shit together, and he's a very solid player. It's just the playoff success is not there. The winning is not there in general. Kawhi Leonard is an S. Back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year, NBA champion, Finals MVP, led the Raptors to the Finals in his first year there. Him and Durant, like I've said, like multiple occasions, are literally tied for 2nd best player in the world right now, in my opinion. Because I don't really know who to pick. We'll see what happens, but yeah, Kawhi Leonard is S tier. Russell Westbrook will be an A tier player. His shooting percentages are shit. He did average a triple-double this year. Triple-doubles don't mean shit though, but I will say his contributions on assists do help. It's just, to be honest, he might turn into a B because of how badly he shot this year. You can't go shoot worse. You can't go shooting bad and then come back and shoot worse. I'm looking at you, John Wall. But Russell Westbrook is still an A. He is my 2nd favorite player. Both of my favorite players are Thunder players. I just realized that. That is so strange to me, but whatever. Clay and Steph. Well, Steph is going to be an S because it's Steph Curry. Unanimous MVP, back-to-back MVP, 3-time champ. Yeah, just revolutionized the 3-point shot. Probably going to be the greatest shooter of all time. Klay Thompson is an A, 2-way player, 3-pointers. Shout out Santa Margarita Catholic High. I'm going to keep saying that till I die. Yo, I got bars, boys. But yeah, love Klay, love Steph. They're great players. And that is it for this video, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please rate, comment, and subscribe for more content. My name is Saiko. Leave your opinions down below in the comment section, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Have yourselves a good day, like always, and I'll catch you later. Bye, guys.